We're mobile. Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio. It's the IE's home for sports. KPWK AM 1350, Riverside, San Bernardino, an iHeartRadio station.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
My bad.
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association, right here live on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am your real host, Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know what the conversation starts and stops here. We're also streaming at foxsports1350.com and the iHeartRadio app. I'm a little disturbed this morning.
Do tell, man.
You know, I did the upgrade on the iPhone, and I like some of the things of the new upgrade. But some of the things, the functionalities, I don't like change. You know, I've had an iPhone now for like over 10 years, and I just don't like change. You know, even when I go to the store, I say, keep the change, you know.
Well, no, they don't give you change no more.
That's true. That is very true. And we noticed that because with the Inland Valley Classic, we saw this coming. Yeah. We do every year, our biggest fundraiser that we have is a fireworks stand. And I remember we went to get changed. You know, it funds our scholarship. So for anybody, if you need fireworks next year, Fontana in the Miguel's parking lot. Support the Inland Valley Sports Hall of Fame on Baseline Scholarship Fund. So that's what we do that for. 7 days. Eternal and I are out there. But
what did Nate Dogg say? It's been 7 days, the same clothes.
There you go. And remember, I told you about that. I said when I went to the bank, I remember that was the beginning of it. And the bank was like, you know, we're having trouble getting change. I was like, interesting. But getting back on my story, is I was trying to do my morning commute bumps, and I think that iPhone is Apple is tripping on me because
everybody's been saying that. You're not the only one.
Yeah.
On Twitter, there's a lot of people talking about it. They said, hey, it must be the new software.
iOS. Yeah, the new iOS. Yeah. And, you know, Stevie Wonder, Living for the City was my song this morning. You know, because I say in the song, the guy in the song was born when my father was born. Hard Times, Mississippi. And that's where my father was born.
deep Mississippi.
True story. You got people in Chicago.
Yes, I do.
So I remember when I was a kid, when I went to Mississippi, I'll never forget this. I go to my grandmother's house. It is a dirt road. And this is in the mid 80s. It was a dirt road. No street lights. And I remember going to her house. I just hear these dogs barking. And I'm like, where? It seemed like we were in the woods. Because all I saw was trees.
Right.
And I tell you, I've been to the snow. I've been to all kind of places. But I have never been as cold in my life as the night I spent the night at my grandmother's house. There was no installation in the house. And, you know, my grandmother made these quilts. You know, God rest her soul. And I remember having 6 quilts on me and still being cold. That's how cold it was out there in Mississippi. And I haven't been back since I was 16, almost 30 years.
Yeah. No,
I haven't left anything in Mississippi.
I've been to...
Shout out to all my family members.
I've been to Mississippi. I went out there. A friend of mine took me out there. And one of the things, like you said, dirt road. And it was where we went was all these mobile homes. It was just like a circle of mobile homes. It was like almost like we were in this circle, and again, middle of the forest kind of thing.
Yeah. Sounds like my family's area.
And they made this. You know what I would liken it to. I'm sure there's a name for it. I think it's called pooch or porch.
It's called Mississippi.
Right. But they made this moonshine. And so they got me. What they did, you know, because they poured me some water.
You'll go blind if you drink that moonshine.
They poured me some water, and I'm thinking, okay, it's some water, whatever. I drank that. Man, let me tell you something. I thought I was gonna die.
Did you take it all? That you just took it?
Because you know when you drink,
you should smell it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I was thirsty, so I took it. But you know, as soon as that's those fumes hit your nose.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was a sobering experience. But yeah, moonshine. You go out to Mississippi. Excuse me. You go out to Mississippi, and they had that moonshine out there for you.
It's different. Laurel and Hattiesburg. Me and the wife were talking about this the other day. I in Mississippi, I would legit say I have about 60 cousins.
Wow.
Because my father, it was 9 of them, and my mother, it was 6 of them. And you know, in Mississippi, you got to have 3 kids or you didn't do your job.
Right.
You know, 3 or more. So and then and I found out my grandfather. His family, I think it was either his father or his grandfather had 15 kids.
Wow.
So Laurel Hattiesburg, another funny story. I go there and me and my brother go to one of my cousins' house and they bring us this big plate of food. I mean, soul food, the best soul food your eyes can see. I mean, it puts what's the place? I can't even think. Roscoe's. Put Roscoe to shame, right? Because it's real legit soul food.
Roscoe's not.
And I remember they sat the plate. Yeah, it used to be. It's like Disneyland.
Right.
I remember they sat the plate in front of us, and me and my brother just sitting there, and we're just looking. Everybody started eating. We're just sitting there, and I tell one of my cousins, I said, "You guys got a fork?" And my cousin's like, "You want a fork?" Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, you're right. Deep South.
I was like, I give up, man. I was like, somebody take me back to California, the Golden State, baby.
Right.
They look at you like you're bougie.
Well, and
that's
everybody, the thing about it, when I went to the South, the thing was everybody thinks you see Snoop every day, right?
That part.
They want to hear some stories or something like that. But yeah,
where I lived in California at the time, you did not. Well, those people lived around the corner from me at the time.
Right,
so.
Exactly, right, and you didn't want to see them.
That part.
We're live on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1350, right here, live in the great city of Riverside. Coach B and Eternal. Great show lined up today, Coach B. Who we got today, man?
Yeah, I just see it right here. Our guy, Kevin, from the Inland Empire Emperors, he just tweeted us out. So you got to love that. And then we have the head basketball coach from the Patriots calling in today. We're getting back to a sense of normalcy. We're starting to talk sports again. And I am so happy that the real college conference has decided they're going to return. I don't know if there's a definite date, but the Pac-12 is in discussions for returning.
Yeah, it's such a such a wild time right now. We we love football. A matter of fact, one of the guys that we follow, friend of the show, Gary Bryant, newly at USC, and he was just really excited about the news that they were going to be out there practicing and so forth. We just wish everybody's safe. Everybody's out there safe, and we, Lord knows, we want to return back to normalcy like yesterday. But again, it's a slow process. We have to make sure that everybody's staying safe. So again, as we start to return to some kind of normalcy, again, we just wish everybody out there that you guys are maintaining, and being safe out there, Coach B.
Absolutely. I tell you right now, I can't wait for a sense of normalcy. Because my 11th grader, he needs to go back to school. He got to get out the house.
I know he's in. And how is that, Coach? Because
tough.
You got those kids in there. The teenagers, and they looking at you. And I know they eating up everything in the house, man.
And they threw a curveball at it. So last year, when they did the online, it was no problem. But what we found out later is they weren't really strict. It was Wild Wild West last year at the end of the school year, right?
Right.
But this year, they had a whole new platform, a whole new process. And we didn't get an email. We didn't get a walkthrough on how to do this,
tutorial.
how to do that. Yeah. And so, I got a call from the school that said, "Oh, your son hasn't logged in for 2 weeks." And it was just certain things that he was supposed to. He was logging in, but he wasn't logging in at the right time.
Right.
And it's all this that now they have to be on Zoom and all this.
Wow.
So it was just a lot, man. So, but we've got that squared away, and
I know that's been a curve for you, man. I know that's been especially how good you are at math. I know you're like. Oh
no, math is not my thing, man. Math is, good Lord, math is not for me, man.
Yes, indeed. But back to sports, Coach B. Last night, obviously, the Lakers played. We haven't been on there. Coach
basketball's still going?
I know, man. We haven't been on. We have
man. I don't really want to talk.
We haven't really been talking about. Coach B and I haven't really been talking about. We had some tough exchanges because Coach B has been blaming this loss on Riverside. Excuse me, no dilly, no doubt.
No, I would say I won't go take credit for that on air. No.
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard is the savior.
Okay.
Kawhi Leonard is the greatest.
Okay. I was just making sure. I didn't know if you wanted to do that on there or not.
No, I did not. I loved everything about Kawhi Leonard. He is the greatest Clipper in the history of man. I have nothing bad to say of Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, that's great. That is great right there. Coach B, man, we have some great news. We've been, we've been on air now consistently. As you mentioned, the longest running sports radio show here in the Inland Empire.
Maybe ever. Maybe ever.
We'd have to.
Yeah.
Somebody let us know.
Who's been on for 7 years?
Who?
Consistently for 7 years on a major radio platform.
I'm trying. Coach B.
We'd have to find out. I don't think there's anyone out there. So, yeah, we'll take a bow on that one.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we're I guess we're doing a real estate move, Coach B. We're getting some We're building up our real estate. We're going to be moving. We're taking our talents to the screen, Coach B. Really, really excited to announce that we will, in addition to hearing this on
the contract signed. I think the ink is there.
Yeah. In addition to hearing this live on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1350 every Saturday morning, you will now soon, well, the date's coming, well, you'll be able to see Coach B and myself.
The official date is November 22nd.
Oh, that's what it is?
Sunday morning.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So on a Sunday morning, so we're doing Saturday morning, and then you can get a double dose if you're really, really feeling it. You can get a double dose come November, Sunday mornings, start on the 22nd of November. You'll be able to see us on Fox Sports West. Coach B.
No, they'll be able to see us in 3 states. California, Nevada,
INTL,
and Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yes.
I don't know. Well, we'll talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah, but
3
Hawaii.
states.
My Christian Mingle's going to go out the chain.
You know, that is millions of households. Just in L.A. County alone, you got 18 million. And the Inland Empire, you have 4.5. I mean, that's just one state.
Coach B, exciting times.
Bakersfield, Fresno, all that. You know, I mean, come on now.
The whole Golden State, Coach B?
Not the entire state now, because San Diego has their own Fox Sports. But yes.
What's San Diego tripping on, man?
This Fox Sports San Diego, they got their own. But, you know, they're a whole different market because they got the Padres.
Right, true.
Yeah, they used to have a basketball team.
I was just about to say.
They used to have a football team. So like I tell people all the time from San Diego, when we like something, we just take it. You know, you're lucky we already have 2 baseball teams.
Right. The ski mask way.
Because we were going to try to take San Diego State, but it's kind of hard to move a university.
And we got so many of them right now. Anyway, Coach B and Turner right here live on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1350. We got a great show lined up. Like Coach B said, Patriot High School head basketball coach
Talking Hoops
would be calling in. He has a great thing he's doing online as well.
A podcast.
Yeah, man. So I'm really excited to talk to him about what he's doing. And then, as you mentioned, the IE Emperors are going to be calling in.
Who's going to be calling their games?
Coach B, we got some announcements aplenty coming
yes, sir.
up, man. So make sure you guys stay tuned right there. Again, Coach B and Eternal. Coach B, let's go ahead and pay some bills, man.
Let's do this. You're listening to IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association with Coach B.
And Eternal, when it comes to Illinois Power Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
Kenny Clark of the Green Bay Packers.
One of the best in the league.
On Fox Sports Radio.
We are Fox Sports.
IE Sportsnet is the longest-running #1 sports talk show originating from the Inland Empire. Every week since 2013, Coach B and Eternal have brought you the best sports coverage from Riverside and San Bernardino counties. In addition to our top-rated show, IE Sportsnet also produces 10 events annually. The Inland Valley Classic All-Star Series, the Riverside Sheriff's Association All-Star Classic Series, and 215 All-Star Classic Series. These events attract over 5,000 spectators. Now is the perfect time to market your brand on one of the world's most recognizable stations, Fox Sports Radio, for as low as $25. That's right, you can advertise with Coach B and Eternal on IE Sportsnet and Fox Sports AM 1350 for as low as $25. Contact our account exec today, staff at iesportsnet.com, or follow up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at IE Sportsnet.
We are Fox Sports.
Kinematics Physical Therapy and Sports Performance looks forward to partnering with you in the restoration of your wellness and expediting you back to your active life. We'd love to see you at our spacious clinic, conveniently located in Norco at 1801 3rd Street, Suite 101. Call us at 951-777-2178. That's 951-777-2178. Or visit our website at kptsport.com. Our clinic is an outpatient orthopedic clinic designed to treat general pain, post-operative conditions, and athletic rehabilitation using research standards of care. When you step through our doors, your pain becomes ours, and we will work diligently to help manage whatever life has thrown at you. We provide educational and screening services to the community free of charge. Services provided include health screenings, monthly health courses, sports venue coverage, and fundraising. We'd love to meet you at our spacious clinic, conveniently located in Norco at 1801 3rd Street, Suite 101. Call us at 951-777-2178. That's 951-777-2178. Or visit our website at kptsport.com. All are welcome whom aren't afraid to recover their potential.
Farmers Insurance. The office of Stacey Ann Holgate is a proud sponsor of Inland Empire Sports. Located in Riverside at 3641 Adams Street, Stacey Ann's office is able to assist you with your financial goals in planning for your future. Her office can also assist you with your business insurance, home, auto, and much more. Give Stacey Ann Holgate's office a call today at 951-977-9899. That's 951-977-9899. And mention Fox Sports AM 1350. Stacey loves her community and the kids in it. She knows they're the future, and investing in them is an investment towards a healthier community. Wouldn't you want to do business with someone who cares about your children almost as much as you do? Contact Stacey Ann Holgate's insurance agency at 951-977-9899 for ways she can help you and your family with all of your insurance needs today. Located at 3641 Adams Street in Riverside, California, Stacey Ann Holgate Insurance Agency. She's on the air because she cares. Give Stacey Ann Holgate's office a call today at 951-977-9899. That's 951-977-9899.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Where my fellas at? All my little fellas.
What up? This is D-Ray Davis, a very athletic D-Ray Davis. Right now I'm on Fox Sports Radio.
This is the IE's home for sport.
Yes, we are back.
Don't call it. Oh, no.
We are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios, IE Sports Net, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association, right here live on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. We're also streaming on FoxSports1350.com and the iHeartRadio app.
Yes, we do have a caller calling in on a celebrity, Boost Mobile celebrity, Be Heard hotline. Caller, if you would be kind enough to introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
I'm Coach Mark Hart, the head basketball coach at Patriot High School.
Fantastic. Coach Hart, man, thank you so much for calling in today, man. Taking out the time out of your busy schedule to give us a call. You're doing some great stuff, Coach. I mean, among other things, I know you have to be, nowadays, you have to be very diverse in all the things that you're engaged in. But on top of you being a basketball coach, you have some this online clinic that you do in terms of your coaching stuff that you do on Twitter and on social networks. Talk to our audience a little bit about that.
With COVID and everything, got together with a group of guys that we were talking about how we could fill the void of basketball during this pandemic time. So it kind of just started off with a small group of guys getting together, doing some Zoom clinics, and then they said, hey, I'll do one, and I'll do another, and then people asked, can you get this guy? Can you get that guy? So it's kind of blown up since end of April. We have people tuning in from the Philippines, Germany, Hungary, and me and my partner, Kurt Gelsdorf, have put together a dribble drive motion course that we're doing right now as well. And then I branched off to some of the stuff that you guys do. Started a podcast with it too. So
nice.
It's kind of, I tried to turn something negative in the world into a positive, bringing coaches together. Basketball coaches are usually known as the secretive guys,
right,
and don't share a lot of information. But right now we're all sharing and trying to learn and grow our craft and get better as coaches so that when we can get back on the court, we can get our knowledge to help our teams.
Nice. And now you do it with some really complex stuff on there. Like, I'm a basketball fan, and I was looking on your Twitter handle, and it stumped me. You guys really get in depth into basketball and all the intricacies of basketball. Talk to us about like where that comes from in terms of the source of where why you wanted to start doing that.
Well, I started looking at a different style of play. I lost 90% of my offense. I have one returning starter back, and we're not going to be very big. But we've always been known to shoot the ball really well.
Right.
So I was looking and exploring some stuff to how can I put my players on the floor that are about 5'8" to 6'2". And some of these kids are all in my top 8. And as you guys know, to put 3 guys that are 5'8" on a court together at the same time, you're going to struggle to rebound,
right,
and defend. So we're going to turn it up a notch. And I can tell you, I don't know what what it's going to look like for sure, because we missed out on summer ball and all that training time that we normally get. But we're planning to play up tempo. Think Paul Westhead, if you will.
Right.
Old school Loyola Marymount.
Oh,
get
yes.
up and down, shoot threes, get it all live up in Patriot, and we're going to focus on the 3-point shot and pressing and full court pressing and playing a lot of kids.
Nice.
So I started studying system basketball. It's a formula, stuff like that. So that's where the analytical stuff that you're probably looking at on the site comes from. I mean, it seems difficult, but it's pretty simple.
Right.
It focuses on goals and numbers as opposed to outcomes. Like if you hit those numbers, you win 97% of your games.
Nice.
So I mean, the school that made the system the schools that made it famous were Loyola Marymount, and then a small D3 school called Grinnell out in Iowa. Dave Arsenal, he's the inventor of the Grinnell system. Paul Westhead is the inventor of the LMU system. So basically it turned basketball and hockey kind of together to make it simple for you. 5 in, 5 out. So you're playing a lot of kids. And I think right now with what's going on and we're coming back and hopefully getting to play basketball, I think it's a wise choice, because I think winning and all that stuff is going to be secondary to a lot of people. They're just going to be enjoying coming back to the court.
Right.
I think we all took it for granted.
Right.
To be honest with you. But that's kind of the genesis of all that.
Right. And Coach, once again, we have Coach Hart from Patriot. Let's talk a little bit about this. The X and O's are great as a parent for me, because I had a son that was class of 2020, and now I have a son that's in the 11th grade. What was last year like for you? Because I know a lot of the CIF. I know it was the CIF, but I mean CIF got pushed on hold, and that's a lot of time. You're a basketball junkie. How did that impact your team and your players and just the complete stoppage? Like you said, you didn't have summer ball. What adjustments have you have to make that just have been tough?
Well, like with all this stuff, I've learned Zoom. I learned technology, like all this stuff I'm doing on the other side. So we're trying to make it as positive. I'm not going to lie to you that it's been difficult on myself, the players. We were the only school, I don't know if you know this, that opened up. So we got 2 practices in. We did 2 workouts. The kids were smiling and loving it. We had the COVID rules where we could only pass, or we couldn't pass. They had to have their own ball.
Right.
So all we did was like shooting and moving. And then we got 2 days of it, and then we got the information on a Monday that we couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
So they got that hope, to be honest with you guys, and then it got taken away from them again.
Good.
We got some positive news coming at Patriot and some of their surrounding schools that, what do we call it? I guess it's called winter sports for this year. So your football, so the ones that are normally played in the fall, that got moved to winter. That Patriot's going to start allowing, our school is going to start allowing those teams to start working out on September 28th.
Wow.
So there's some positive on that. Don't know for basketball for sure when we'll get to start, but we've been doing Zoom chats. I've had mental performance consultant come on, speak to my team. I've had skills trainers come on, trying to get like special guests to talk to them. The other night, we're on Zoom, and I turned my webcam away, and we watched Game 7 from our own homes of the Clipper game.
We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it.
We've actually not been talking about that at all, because we're Clipper fans, and we're still over
I know.
here.
I'm sorry. You're the Clipper. You guys are home of the Agua Caliente Clippers.
Yes,
so,
yes. That hurt my heart.
So, I know that one hurt you. I know. I wanted to see it. I honestly wanted to see Kawhi and LeBron go at it. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I'm a big LeBron fan, so
we won't count it against you, Coach.
We won't hold that against me. A lot of people do, so it's okay.
And I just got a call from our program director. He says you're a competitor, so we have no. I'm kidding. But talk to me a little bit about what was the inspiration behind the podcast? I like I said, I know you're a basketball junkie, but what was the inspiration for creating that? Is it just coaches talking, or?
I interview coaches, but it honestly was some of the people that I had clinics with.
Mm-hmm.
It was also a way of advertising my clinics to be honest, as well.
Right.
And then I was a niche to the system, but I don't want to just be niche to that. I want to talk all basketball. So I want to give a shout out to my buddy Chris Holmes. The name of the podcast is Baskipedia. So he used to always contact me and say, "Hey, do you got this information? You already mentioned that I'm a basketball junkie, so I have a pretty big cloud file of like offenses and defenses." So he would always contact me and say, "Hey, do you got this?" Mm-hmm. And I would send it over. I'd send it over to him, and he said, "Hey, man, you're like the Baskipedia. You're like Wikipedia, but we're going to call you Baskipedia." And I'm like, was trying to figure out a name for the podcast. So I'm like, that sounds good, because then I can just talk about anything and everything basketball and kind of be like the encyclopedia. So that's kind of where that came from. I mean, I'm doing system coaches right now. I just dropped Perry Webster at Fullerton College. I talked to Coach Klein from Chafee out here in the Inland Empire. That one will be released later next week. So I'm doing local guys. I'm doing guys across the country, and it kind of just gives you an excuse, honestly, to say, "Hey, let's talk hoops," and it helps people build their brands or talk about their programs.
Right.
I mean, and let's. You guys know.
Oh yeah,
you're in the business. So you're in the business. So.
And Coach, where can someone? We're pressed up against this clock now, and we got to talk to you more, because Eternal and I, we want to get more involved with the clinics and whatnot. And I don't know if you heard the announcement, but we're going. The show's going to be added to Fox Sports TV, Fox Sports West. So there's some things that we can do. But where can someone find your website and the show if they want to get all that?
There's two places. The easiest spot is my website, www.systembasketball.com. And then anywhere you guys stream podcasts. It just got picked up by Amazon, too. So it is the Baskipedia podcast, Baskipedia. And it's also on YouTube channel, System Basketball.
Nice.
Good stuff
right there,
Love
Coach.
it.
Coach, keep up the good work, man. Thank you so much for calling in. Again, Coach Hart, Patriot High School. Keep up the good work, Coach, and we'll be in contact with you, okay?
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
All you do.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I love that, man. Great coach out there doing some really, really good things. We'll definitely keep in contact with him, and we'll make sure that we keep him abreast. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's take a commercial break. Are you ready to do this?
Yes, indeed.
That's it's live radio. You got to focus on keep your eyes on the prize. You're listening to IE Sports Net, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association with Coach B.
And Eternal, when it comes to Inland Empire sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here live on Fox Sports 1350.
Kenny Clark of the Green Bay Packers.
One of the best in the league.
On Fox Sports Radio.
We are Fox Sports.
IE Sportsnet is the longest-running #1 sports talk show originating from the Inland Empire. Every week since 2013, Coach B and Eternal have brought you the best sports coverage from Riverside and San Bernardino counties. In addition to our top-rated show, IE Sportsnet also produces 10 events annually. The Inland Valley Classic All-Star Series, the Riverside Sheriff's Association All-Star Classic Series, and 215 All-Star Classic Series. These events attract over 5,000 spectators. Now is the perfect time to market your brand on one of the world's most recognizable stations, Fox Sports Radio, for as low as $25. That's right, you can advertise with Coach B and Eternal on IE Sportsnet and Fox Sports AM 1350 for as low as $25. Contact our account exec today, staff at iesportsnet.com, or follow up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at IE Sportsnet.
We are Fox Sports.
Kinematics Physical Therapy and Sports Performance looks forward to partnering with you in the restoration of your wellness and expediting you back to your active life. We'd love to see you at our spacious clinic, conveniently located in Norco at 1801 3rd Street, Suite 101. Call us at 951-777-2178. That's 951-777-2178. Or visit our website at kptsport.com. Our clinic is an outpatient orthopedic clinic designed to treat general pain, postoperative conditions, and athletic rehabilitation using research standards of care. When you step step through our doors, your pain becomes ours, and we will work diligently to help manage whatever life has thrown at you. We provide educational and screening services to the community free of charge. Services provided include health screenings, monthly health courses, sports venue coverage, and fundraising. We'd love to meet you at our spacious clinic, conveniently located in Norco at 1801 3rd Street, Suite 101. Call us at 951-777-2178. That's 951-777-2178. Or visit our website at kptsport.com. All are welcome whom aren't afraid to recover their potential.
Farmers Insurance. The office of Stacey Ann Holgate is a proud sponsor of Inland Empire Sports. Located in Riverside at 3641 Adams Street, Stacey Ann's office is able to assist you with your financial goals in planning for your future. Her office can also assist you with your business insurance, home, auto, and much more. Give Stacey Ann Holgate's office a call today at 951-977-9899. That's 951-977-9899. And mention Fox Sports AM 1350. Stacey loves her community and the kids in it. She knows they are the future, and investing in them is an investment towards a healthier community. Wouldn't you want to do business with someone who cares about your children almost as much as you do? Contact Stacey Ann Holgate's insurance agency at 951-977-9899 for ways she can help you and your family with all of your insurance needs today. Located at 3641 Adams Street in Riverside, California, Stacey Ann Holgate Insurance Agency. She's on the air because she cares. Give Stacey Ann Holgate's office a call today at 951-977-9899. That's 951-977-9899.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
What's up, world? This is your favorite comic, Tony Rock. And you're checking out Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports.
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Shares Association, live on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B, the voice of your Inland Empire Emperors. Oh, too soon? Okay. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. We're also streaming at foxsports1350.com and the iHeartRadio app.
Yes, indeed. We do have a caller on the Boost Mobile Celebrity Hotline. Caller, please introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
How you doing? My name is Eric Cooper. I'm the head coach of the IE Emperors and part of the ownership. And with me, I have Jonathan Ross, one of our players, and Kendall Lauderdale, another one of our players.
Fantastic.
Hey, how are you doing?
Fantastic, gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for calling. Coach, we're really excited about the prospect of moving forward and with the season that you guys are going to be doing. But just for our audience, kind of educate our audience a little bit about what you guys are doing and a little bit about the league, please.
Right. Well, we're here. We're local. We're in the IE. We have the largest area in the IE as far as who our audience is, and we go all the way to Temecula area, Pomona, back to the San Bernardino Mountains. We just have a wide space, and we're trying to bring professional basketball to our local areas. And I coached years ago in the ABA. It's called the ABA, and it's the same league that Dr. J was in back in the day, and the Iceman, and all of a lot of our African American stars who couldn't get into the NBA back then, they played in the ABA.
Right.
And the NBA, ended up absorbing the NBA absorbed the ABA and all of its players and a lot of their rules, like the 3-point shooting contest, the free throw. It was a lot of things that they took from the ABA and brought it to the NBA.
Right.
So we're trying to bring that back to our local areas and keep our kids at home. The biggest thing that we want people to understand is we have kids that are playing college ball here. They're our kids. They already have a platform and they have a following. They're on Instagram. They're on all over the place, and we're sending them overseas to get recognized when they could get recognized right here. And so we want to keep them home and be able to make a plea to the sponsors to help support our local kids and don't send them overseas.
Right.
Because they're being because the people overseas are taking advantage of it. Our kids are going over there, being the Michael Jordans and the Kobes, and for their fans, and the sponsors are paying big money for them, but they're not able to do it at home with their own families.
Right.
So we're trying to get them to stay here.
There it is right there. And again, right here live on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1350. Coach being eternal. Now, Coach, talk about this. Now, you've obviously been around basketball for a minute. When you see these players nowadays, what do you think is the distinguishing difference between the players that you see in 2020 versus, let's say, 10, 15 years ago?
You know what? They're a lot more skilled now. That to me, that's the biggest difference. Is the size, is different as far as the position. So now you used to have big kids like I have Jonathan Ross and Kendall Lauderdale on. They both are 6'8" and 6'9", but they have guard skills. Kendall's at least 250, but he's pushing the break like LeBron, and Jonathan is playing above the rim. And so back in the day, it wasn't happening like that. It just kind of started. But now everybody's positionless basketball. Everybody can run every position. Jonathan Ross is shooting from half court almost, and got that type of range, and Kendall as well. So we're just trying to promote it.
Absolutely. And Coach, you said you had some of the players on with you. Who do we have the pleasure of having on the line with us?
The first one is Jonathan Ross. Why don't you introduce yourself, sir?
How you doing, guys? My name is Jonathan Ross, and I play for the Inland Emperors, and I'm out of San Diego, but I'm all up in the IE.
Oh man, you got the good weather out there, man. You ain't even getting the smoke inhalation or nothing like that, man.
Not really. It's like a little, like 1 or 2 fires out here, but it's not that bad. The weather's solid most of the day. Sometimes it gets hot out here, but other than that, it's cool weather. It's like 10, 15 minutes away from the beach.
Oh man,
yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
if you need a route,
he's repping San Diego, but he's from Long Beach, man. He played with me at St. Anthony High School in Long Beach. Got a scholarship to Long Beach State. And he's repping San Diego. Nah, he live there now.
Okay, I got you.
He's from right here.
And then tell us a little bit about you're with the team this year, the IE Emperors. What are you looking forward to this season, and how good is it to play close to home?
Man, this season, honestly, since everything happened with COVID-19, right now I'm just so ready to get back into the groove of things.
Right.
Because a lot of people aren't even able to play. There's thousands of guys that are supposed to be overseas right now or supposed to be wherever they're at, and they're just home, relaxing or at home just, doing in-home workouts. Like,
right.
As basketball players, we like to get out every day. We like to hoop. We like to run. We like to just breathe the fresh air outside, but you can't do that because COVID messed everything up. So right now, my biggest thing is just getting better every day, seeing the guys that I'm playing with, loving playing with them, getting the camaraderie with them, and just being able to hoop again because, you got to love the sport to play it. You got to love it. And I love this sport, and I'm so ready to get back in the groove of things and just play with these guys and just have a great time and just bring the fans back into the ABA and kind of just put the ABA back on this big platform like how it used to be with Dr. Dre and everybody was in there.
Absolutely.
Dr. Dre.
I heard the J, not Dre, not the Beats, not the Beats guy. But, and then we had another gentleman, another player on the line, correct?
Yes, Kendall Lauderdale, big time player, won the state title at La Mirada. Just came back from Albany State University in New York, and he's ready to get it going.
Okay.
Go ahead, introduce yourself, sir.
Yeah, my name's Kendall Lauderdale. How you guys doing? Originally from Pasadena, California. So I moved from Pasadena to Fullerton, to the Fullerton area. Wound up playing with meeting my best friend JJ. He was on the other line here.
Right. And I'll tell you, when I was in high school, there was this, and I hopefully you guys slapped them around too. But when I was in high school, this is in the '90s. There was a team from Pasadena. I still have nightmares about called Muir. Boy, did they run us off of the football field. But,
John Muir?
Yeah. Oh my God, they ran us off. Hopefully you guys slapped them around when you played in high school.
No. Okay. So I hadn't had the chance to go to high school out there. I had to move. We had to move from Pasadena to Orange County. So I wound up playing at Orange Lutheran High School for 2 years, and then I transferred to La Mirada.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Finished my 2 years there.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't go to Muir because Muir is. But tell me a little bit about your excitement.
Yeah, you already know how it is over there.
Tell me about
over there during that time. So
right. Well, how excited are you to be playing in America, and you know your family can come out and see you, and what are your thoughts about being a part of the ABA?
Honestly, it's a great experience. It'd be a great experience for me and everybody else. You know, bringing back something that kind of like had died out. You know, bringing back that old school. You know, player with the new school spin to it. You know, it'd be something different. You know, so it's like it's bringing back. It's you know, everybody likes the old school days. You know, and you know if you bring back the old school with the new school flair, it's gonna start something new, something different.
Right.
And being different is cool nowadays.
I heard that. Now, real quick, just for the players, I just want to get, you know, we'll start with you. When you guys are watching right now, and you guys obviously get a chance to watch, you know, just as all of us were at home, we're watching the NBA right now. When you guys watch that and you see that and you see the player, like, what stands out to you about the NBA bubble right now? What's one of the things that you see right now as a player that stands out to you about what's going on there?
For which caller?
I was talking to the players.
Okay, Jonathan.
JJ, you got that one?
Well, for me, the first thing I see is ain't no home court advantage in the bubble.
Right.
So, you know, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, to be honest with you, at the bubble, because, you know, home court advantage is a big ordeal. You know, everybody, you got the fans involved, you know, and it's just a loud environment. But at the bubble, it's literally like the team, the refs, the coaches, and some of the family members, and that's it. And you got to bring your own energy. So it really comes down to who can really play basketball, who can play position basketball, have all 5 spots on the floor, nowhere to be, know who to box out, know who to double. Like it becomes an IQ game at this point. And I like to watch it because it shows who can really play basketball. And to be honest, all of those guys can play basketball from 1 to 15, but it just shows which 5 has the best chemistry and the best IQ to actually be on the floor, to actually execute plays and to get leads, or to come back from down by 15, down by 20, you know, and to kind of make it an interesting game with no fans.
Understood. And now, Coach, I'll ask you the same thing. Like, what have you, from a coaching aspect, what have you noticed in the bubble, as well as, like, what have you seen just from a coaching perspective that's been one of your big takeaways?
It's similar to what Jonathan said, but it's like you can get exposed now for not being able to rise up to the occasion.
Right.
It's like dudes like LeBron and Kawhi Leonard and all those guys, they have an advantage playing in the regular system, because when the fans hit and the momentum is being switched because of a road game, those guys can rise above that.
Right.
So then the elite guys in the NBA are the guys who can rise above the travel, rise above the fans, rise above the refereeing. But now there is none of that. And so now they have to figure out, well, how am I going to get up? Right. And then the dude at the end of the bench who's getting in the game now is saying, this is like AAU.
Right.
I'm about to give it to him. And so now everybody has maximum confidence. And then the guys who normally, like Paul George, why didn't he have a good series? Well, normally Paul George can rise above everything and deal with the pressure, but there is no pressure. So now he's faced with something that's a very hard task, and you see it affect people differently.
Understood.
You know, so now the physical specimens like Anthony Davis and LeBron James, because they're physically so imposing with their bodies, they're the ones who become the ones who get through this thing pretty easily, because you have no answer for that. The Joker's really good, but he went up against Anthony Davis last night, and there wasn't nothing he can do. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing he can do.
And, you know, that's the thing. The Lakers could throw bodies, threw AD at him. They threw Dwight at him. They threw McGee at him. I mean, they were just throwing body. And the Clippers were just too small.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Coach,
That's right.
And again, Coach, thank you so much, man, for taking out the time, yourself and your players, taking out the time to give us a call today.
Oh, we forgot to announce who's going to be doing the play-by-play.
Can I give you one thing, man?
No.
Can I give you one thing?
No.
We got the jump off. We got the jump off event, and it's coming up in November, and we're creating our own bubble. And we're going to have 6 teams come in November. It's going to be on our Instagram, all the information. And we want everybody to come check it out. It's IE Emperors _ABA. But we're going to have live events. We're going to have that 4-point shot. AB has a 4-point shot. The Elam Ending Slam Dunk Contest. We're going to have the you know how the fans are in the bubble and they got the screen and everything?
Yes.
We're going to have all that.
Nice.
We're going to have all that.
And, we almost
they're gonna be in the
forgot.
bubble.
I don't want Kevin getting upset at us, but we got to announce
There you go.
Coach B and Eternal, Fox Sports 1350, Fox Sports West will be on site. We will be doing the play-by-play. We will be live.
Yeah, really excited about that, man. So, Coach, really exciting news, man. Real quick, for people to want to get that information and know more about what you guys are doing over there at the Inland Emperors, the IE Emperors, let them know where they can contact you, please.
Yeah, you can get us on Instagram, okay? And like I said, that Instagram is IE Emperors, IEEMPERORS _ABA. And get ready for that jump off on November 7th. And it's going to be pay-per-view, So we're going to come in. Fox Sports is going to be a part of it. And we're gonna do some real exciting stuff. And we want everybody to log in and help us to launch this. Help our guys to stay home. They don't need to go overseas. They don't need to go to Poland and all over the place like that. Help them to stay home.
There it is.
Kevin
right
is
there.
doing a great job of promoting it and getting those sponsorships.
There you go.
So
yeah, I love it.
We're going to do this, man.
Thank you, man.
Well, we look forward to you in November.
Gentlemen, thank you guys for taking out the time to give us a call. You guys be safe out there. And again, we're looking forward to it.
All right, man. Thanks, Coach B.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Coach B.
There you go, Coach B and Eternal. We got it.
Hey, there you guys go, man. You guys be safe. Enjoy your weekend.
Inland,
all right.
Thank you.
Inland Empire Emperors. Coach B and Eternal will be there. We will be on the mic. We will make it happen. And the one great thing about it, now Kevin can't get upset. We made the announcement official here on Fox Sports Radio.
There it is right there, man. We're going to be doing and being the voice.
Yes.
For the Inland Emperors.
Are we ready to take a break?
There it is right there, Coach B. Let's do it, man.
Let's go ahead and do this. You're listening to IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
What up? This is D-Ray Davis, a very athletic D-Ray Davis. Right now I'm on Fox Sports Radio.
This is the IE's home for sport.
IE Sportsnet is the longest-running #1 sports talk show originating from the Inland Empire. Every week since 2013, Coach B and Eternal have brought you the best sports coverage from Riverside and San Bernardino counties. In addition to our top-rated show, IE Sportsnet also produces 10 events annually. The Inland Valley Classic All-Star Series, the Riverside Sheriff's Association All-Star Classic Series, and 215 All-Star Classic Series. These events attract over 5,000 spectators. Now is the perfect time to market your brand on one of the world's most recognizable stations, Fox Sports Radio, for as low as $25. That's right, you can advertise with Coach B and Eternal on IE Sportsnet and Fox Sports AM 1350 for as low as $25. Contact our account exec today, staff at iesportsnet.com, or follow up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at IE Sportsnet.
We are Fox Sports.
Farmers Insurance, the office of Stacey Ann Holgate, is a proud sponsor of Inland Empire Sports. Located in Riverside at 3641 Adams Street, Stacey Ann's office is able to assist you with your financial goals in planning for your future. Her office can also assist you with your business insurance, home, auto, and much more. Give Stacey Ann Holgate's office a call today at 951-977-9899. That's 951-977-9899. And mention Fox Sports AM 1350. Stacey loves her community and the kids in it. She knows they're the future, and investing in them is an investment towards a healthier community. Wouldn't you want to do business with someone who cares about your children almost as much as you do? Contact Stacey Ann Holgate's insurance agency at 951-977-9899 for ways she can help you and your family with all of your insurance needs today. Located at 3641 Adams Street in Riverside, California, Stacey Ann Holgate Insurance Agency. She's on the air because she cares. Give Stacey Ann Holgate's office a call today at 951-977-9899. That's 951-977-9899.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Kinematics Physical Therapy and Sports Performance looks forward to partnering with you in the restoration of your wellness. An expediting you back to your active life. We'd love to see you at our spacious clinic, conveniently located in Norco at 1801 3rd Street, Suite 101. Call us at 951-777-2178. That's 951-777-2178. Or visit our website at kptsport.com. Our clinic is an outpatient orthopedic clinic designed to treat general pain, postoperative conditions, and athletic rehabilitation using research standards of care. When you step through our doors, your pain becomes ours, and we will work diligently to help manage whatever life has thrown at you. We provide educational and screening services to the community free of charge. Services provided include health screenings, monthly health courses, sports venue coverage, and fundraising. We'd love to meet you at our spacious clinic, conveniently located in Norco at 1801 3rd Street, Suite 101. Call us at 951-777-2178. That's 951-777-2178. Or visit our website at kptsport.com. All are welcome whom aren't afraid to recover their potential.
What's up, world? This is your favorite comic, Tony Rock. And you're checking out Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports.
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios, IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association, live on Fox Sports Radio, AM 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. We're also streaming on foxsports1350.com and the iHeartRadio app. You know, I've got a funny story from the married life.
Okay.
I don't know if the wife was taking shots at me.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what it was. You know, she's taking my kids, she takes them to the dentist every few months or whatnot.
Okay.
So the wife says, hey, I'm going to go to the dentist. Do you want me to book you an appointment too? And I'm thinking to myself, well, no, I'm cool right now. And she looks at me like with a look of disgust. And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, was this a suggestion or was it saying, no, you going to the dentist with me? I mean, I didn't know how to take that.
Right.
Married life. But, you know, go ahead.
No, please.
On the flip side, you know, I remember I met the wife when I was 21. And she was always on me. You know, I met her, I was 165 pounds. I got up to 230.
Right.
You know, now I've dropped some weight. I've gotten down to 180. And she was on me and on me and on me. And now, you know, she's in the medical field. She's about to take her LVN test. She's finally got cleared for that.
Congrats.
And, you know, she was on me. By the time I turned, when we started having kids, it's really, you know, we had Brianna when I was 25. So from 25.
I like how you said we had it. Like you said we had it. You know.
Yeah. From 25 to 30, she was on me. And I said, okay, I'll go get a physical. And it's a good thing because they caught the high blood pressure.
Right.
And she'd been on me for years, you know? So, yeah.
Well,
they say, a married man lives 7 years longer, but like D.L. Hughley says, well, they're a good 7 years.
Dun, dun, dun. Just like the song. Dun, 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 dun. Great show today, Coach B. We had the head basketball coach for Patriot High School on. Great. He's doing some really great stuff. You may make sure you, Coach Hart, check out his Twitter. There's some really, really great stuff. I'm talking about intricate basketball stuff, so make sure you go check him out. And then we had Coach Carter on, head basketball coach, and a few of his players on, and they are from the Inland Emperors, and they are a new ABA squad with the goal of making sure that these hometown talent stays here. Coach B, really, really a great effort, and we're excited to announce that we will be doing their play-by-play. You know, again, you will be hearing the voices of Coach B and myself doing that. Coach B, really exciting news, man.
Absolutely. And then you forgot we had we were happy we had the voices of the Inland Empire Emperors on the show today. So that's pretty exciting.
That would be us, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
You know, it's like, so we're the voice of the Agua Caliente Clippers.
Yeah.
The voice of the Inland Empire Emperors. The voice of UCR women's basketball. It's growth.
What do you say? Rapper, producer, CE, all in the video, just dancing, singing. You know that.
Hashtag growth.
Take that. Coach B, you know, tomorrow. I don't know if you know this because your football team isn't really that relevant.
The one that's 1-0?
I mean, you need.
What's your record?
And I'm sorry, who'd you guys beat?
A win is a win.
And how did you beat them?
I'll tell you this. Here's the thing. This is what I tell people all the time. The team they play, all those players are in the National Football League, right? They're all professional athletes, right? I'm just saying, you know. I mean, because they said with the Cowboys, they just needed to change the coach. Once we get a new coach, We're going to be all right. How about them Cowboys?
Let me tell you something. We are.
And them Los Angeles Rams. Slapped them up.
First thing first, it requires,
Los Angeles.
Kroenke, whatever that guy's name is, they paid the dang refs off because it was the first game at the stadium. We got to go down there.
The richest guy in football. He probably got a couple extra dollars.
What they did, I think Jerry Jones might have, you're going to hear this here first. He might have pulled a Pete Rose and bet against us on game one. I don't know. Because they got money in that dang stadium, SoFi Stadium. We got to make sure we got to make a trip down there.
$5 billion. Would it be? $5 billion.
Let me tell you something. I don't know if you saw that J-Rock, because J-Rock was doing the, I don't know if you know that, because you wouldn't know that because you weren't really, I don't know if you're like a really fan like that, but you know who J-Rock is?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm talking about, I'm talking about your team. He was doing the opening song for the
J-Rock, Top Dog.
Right. Top dog. But he the video was showing all inside the stadium.
Yeah.
It is. I'm here to tell you, man.
The unfortunate thing about J-Rock is people don't realize he was the flagship of Top Dog before Kendrick.
Exactly.
And he's the forgotten guy.
Not for me, it's not. I'm a huge J-Rock fan.
Well, for the rest of America, he is the forgotten guy.
No, J-Rock.
No, but I heard about J-Rock 10, 15 years ago when I was still doing music because he got that deal off of mixtapes. Yes. So we heard about it. And that's why, at the time, I didn't get it. I didn't understand mixtapes. I was like, we're going to do all this music and give away for free? I think not.
Yeah, right. But us being executive, I was on the same, believe me. I was on the same, like, no, we not. Everything costs. But anyway, that stadium is just something, and right now, obviously, the fans aren't able to get up in there yet. California right now is locking it down, but we're really, we're hoping, we're with the announcements of sports coming, we're really, as just people, as your administrators of goodwill, we want to make sure that we tell you guys, be safe out there, wear a mask when you can. Because right now, like I said, we want to make sure that everybody's staying safe.
Right.
Because, sports are trying to make a comeback.
Absolutely.
We are ambassadors of sports.
Yes, sir.
We obviously want it to happen, but we want to make sure that it's not at the cost of people being unsafe and lives are lost.
Absolutely. The wife is a first responder, as we always say. Met her when I was 21. And she always thought this is weird. She always said that I seemed like someone that was beyond my years. She's actually listening right now, so she's probably going to be like, yep. When I was 21, I remember I met her. I said, okay, I was vetting her at the time.
He said I was
vetting her because, I said she's going to be a first round pick, number one pick. And I said,
you was trying to like, you was making, you didn't want nobody.
Sure. I was making sure. And I asked her, I hit her, at 21, I hit her with the, I said, so what do you want to do with your life? And she said she wanted to be a nurse. I said, okay, check. So I said, we're going to get this done. Because if she would have said something like she wanted to be a beautician, I was out.
What if she said she wanted to be a singer?
I was out. That would have been it for me. If she would have said something like that, I want to do nails or anything.
Right.
And I say that because
I'm trying to find my voice.
My mother worked at a beauty salon in Compton, and I can't do the beautician thing. Funny, and that's another side note. So when my mother was a beautician, I was like 7, 8 years old. And I would be there every Saturday with my mother from opening to closing. And it's like some of the women in there forgot it was a minor boy in the beauty shop.
Oh yeah.
And some of the things I've heard.
Oh yeah.
They don't. I was like, you don't see me here.
Yeah. No, for real. Like, let me tell you something. You want to be close until you close. You know what I mean?
So my mother would tell me, go play in the alley. I'm like, Mom, we're in Compton.
All right.
It's the 80s, and you want me to go in the alley.
Right.
Crack is here now. I don't want to be out in the alley.
Right here live, Coach B and Eternal, man. Again, thank you guys for tuning in with us every Saturday morning. Like I said, big time announcement. We're going to be taking our talents to the TV screen. November of this year, you'll be able to see our faces live right there on Fox Sports West, in addition to hearing us every Saturday morning. Coach B, really exciting news. But again, big shout out to everybody that came in. Again, Coach Hart, Coach Carter. Make shere you guys tune in. Coach B, where else can they find us, man?
They can find us coming soon in November. We will be making the move to Fox Sports West. Yes, we will. And I love having Coach Hart on because he coaches with heart. Love it. And it's right. And he's one of these guys. He is always working because he's sending me a message. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Thank you for listening to IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association with Coach B.
And Eternal, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here. Live on Fox Sports 1350. We out.
This is Los Angeles. This is Los Angeles.
You're listening to IESportsnet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.